so we're going to talk a little bit about how you might want to change your main page here back to last year's theme instead of the bright and sunny. So first thing I wanted to show you is that we do actually have the files for all of the course themes from last year still loaded in your Canvas shell. So it might actually be kind of helpful to have these open just so that you can see the naming convention that we used when you're looking for something specific. So I'm just going to right click on the tab and duplicate so that I have two of my Canvas shell open at the same time. And then the other thing I wanted to point out is that in your teacher support slides on slide 5, you also have access to those slide decks that we used last year to create the actual buttons that we used. And then while this loads, I wanted to show you that the buttons that we created in the header, this theme, are all kind of rectangular in shape, and last year's buttons for the subject pages were all round. So as you see here, right? So if you scroll all the way down, I went ahead and quickly created buttons in this color scheme that are similar to the ones that can be found on the shell down here, slides 35 and 36. They are not added to your shell already. This is something I just created like yesterday, so it wasn't pushed out to you this weekend when the shell originally went out. So just know that these are here and created. You're just going to need to have to screenshot them and upload them. I think that would be a pretty good idea, honestly, because I really do like the design here. All of these pages are now the same with that same header. So if you are changing it back, I would recommend you do it on one page, maybe the homeroom page first, and then you can just kind of copy and paste that. Once the images are uploaded, you should be able to copy and paste that into the other resource pages. Do it once and then make your life easier at that point. So it really is as simple as going in and, for instance, let's say I want to take the old welcome banner out of here. What you're going to do is just select it and delete it, and then you're going to come in to the image and you're going to go to course images, and that was the welcome banner. So if I just type in welcome, you'll see the current one, and then this is the one from last year's theme. So I just need to click on it and add it back in. Now again, if you're going to change all of these buttons, then the process would be a little bit different. You would go back, oops, not that one. You'd go back into here and do a quick screenshot, which is your Command Shift 4, and grab this button here. And remember, when we do those screenshots, we always want to label them first before uploading them, just to save ourselves some headaches. So I'm right clicking, going to rename, and I'm going to type this out as reading button. And then as I come back into my main homeroom, I would delete this one and upload the image from the desktop like that. Now remember, these were all linked to your resource pages. So after you add this back in, it is a button, so you're going to have to relink it to the reading page. Once you're done, then obviously you're going to hit save. Now, another option that might be of help for you would be to go into last year's archived courses. So once you open up courses, ignore the fact that mine says subjects right now. That's a shift that might be coming a little bit later. But right now, instead of subjects, yours will say courses. So you're going to hit all subjects. And then you're going to scroll down to your archived classes, right here where it says past enrollments, and you'll find your class from last year. I, at this point, would not recommend that you import or export into this course your entire class from last year. It's going to take quite a bit of time. It will, and you might transfer stuff over that you don't necessarily need. I would really recommend doing um, one page at a time. So your reading homepage from last year, do that. Your social studies homepage from last year, move that or copy that over. Um, okay, so once I open up last year's course, if I go into view all pages or hit pages and then go to view all pages, then at that point I'm going to be looking through here to try and find my social studies homepage or my reading homepage. And then once I find the one that I want, then I would say copy to, and then I would select this year's um, course, wherever that might be. And then once you select that, and you can tell it what module to go in, or it'll just dump it, and then you can build your modules out later. I probably, because if it's a reading homepage or whatever, I probably wouldn't put it in a module. And then you just hit copy.